Kind of unfold how this relationship should look or work. He said in verse 1 to the nation of Israel, "Ye shall make you no idols nor graven images, neither rear you up any standing image, neither shall you set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it, for I am the Lord your God." Notice he didn't leave the idea of who he was out when he laid. And basically what he was saying was this, telling them no images, no idol worship. He was saying this, if I'm your Lord, I'm going to be number one in your life. You're not going to have another God before me. You're not going to set up these images and worship them, because you and I know what the Bible teaches in the New Testament. Our God is a jealous God. He wants all of our affection. And doesn't he deserve all our affection? Doesn't he deserve, a unified heart toward him and him alone? So he tells them, he says, look, no graven images. Then he goes to verse 2 and says this, keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary. Just 3 commandments. That's all he gave them. Just 3 simple commandments, right? No idol worship, reverence my sanctuary, and keep my Sabbaths, okay? He said, well, if you do that, here's what I'll do for you. Verse 3. If you walk in my statutes and keep my commandments, number 1, starting in verses 4 and 5, you're going to have some prosperity. He says, then will I give you rain in due season, and the land shall yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall yield her fruit, and your threshing shall reach into the vintage, and the vintage shall reach into the sowing time, and ye shall eat your bread to the full, and dwell in your land safely. Isn't it amazing how we live in a day and time, and this happens to so many church-going folks, so many Christian people. In life, they'll get to chasing prosperity. They'll get to chasing a dollar. Next thing you know, they're putting things in front of God. Taking jobs that absolutely obliterate their ability to be able to serve the Lord. Also, I can get ahead. You know what God said? Don't put any idols in your life. Put me first. I'll take care of the rest. I'll prosper you. Amen. Whatever level, or I want more, preacher. Yeah, well, that's probably where we need to get down to the place where we're learning to be content with whatever life throws our way, right? And y'all know me. I believe in living. I believe in working hard. I believe in laying up in store for the future. There's no possible way that you can ever be a good man according to Bible standards unless you leave an inheritance to your children's children. Come on now. I'm doing some Bible preaching tonight now. All right. Amen. But he told him, he said, if you'll put me, just keep these 3 commandments, he said, I'll prosper you. You ain't got to chase it. I'll bring it to you. Right. Then he said this in verse number 6. He says this, and not only will I prosper you in verses 4 and 5, and I'll give peace in the land, and ye shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. Amen, and I'll rid evil beasts out of the land, neither shall the sword go through the land. Why was he doing that? Why was he giving them this commodity of peace? Oh, it's just 3 simple things. Because they didn't worship idols. They kept the Sabbath and reverence and sanctuary. That's all. That's all God asked from them. Now, do you realize what God is offering right there? They sell it today, or they try to sell it in pills. They bottle it and people drink it every week to try to get this thing called peace. Can I say this? Listen to me now. If you and I just walk in the ways of the Lord, you ain't got to have a pill. You ain't got to have a drink. God said, I'll give it to you in a measure that'll pass all understanding. I'll give you peace. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing right now, neighbor. You can't put a price tag on that stuff. There ain't nothing like being a pillow your head at night and not be burdened down with all the worries that so many people have that still sleep from their eyes day in, day out. It's good to have a clear conscience from walking in the will of the Lord, and it's good to have a little peace. I don't know about you. Peace is one of those things that I value highly. I value highly. Matter of fact, enough that I might show myself just to have it. Amen. There's a few places that in my life that are going to be peaceful, where I live and where I go to church. Amen. And we might have to start a war to get it, to have it, but we'll do what we got to do. We're going to have peace. I ain't living in a bunch of carrying on. I ain't living in arguing and fussing and fighting. No. We ain't going to have a bunch of drama. You can save that for your mama. We're going to have peace. You know why? It's precious. It's so precious. God said, I want to tell you what I give to my people that follow my word. I give them peace. Y'all got peace tonight? I hope you got peace tonight. If you ain't got no peace, I can tell you why you ain't got it. Let me challenge you real quick. Go home, get out your concordance, and look up the word peace. And in the New Testament, find out how you get it and what caused you to lose it. Promise you tonight you can find the key on why you might not have it. Lord's good.